Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you exactly how to create unique player IDs in Power BI. So if you've ever struggled with duplicate names or wanted a rock-solid way to track each player individually in your data, you're in the right place. By the end of this video, you'll have 3 effective methods to assign unique identifiers to every row, so your analysis stays clear, organized, and accurate no matter how many John Smiths or Mary Joneses you have. Let's get started by looking at our sample table, which I'll call players. Imagine we've got columns for first name, last name, team, and position. You might notice, just like in the real world, some players share the same names or even play for the same team. That's a common challenge. For example, we might have 2 players named John Smith, both playing for the Lions but in different positions. This makes it tricky if you want to join this data to other tables or track individual statistics, because relying just on names could mix up your results. That's exactly why generating a unique player ID is so important. So let's dive into our first method, using Power Query to create an index column as a unique identifier. This is probably the fastest way to guarantee a unique ID for every row. Start by going to the Home tab and clicking on Transform Data to open up Power Query Editor. Once you're in there, select your players table. Then head to the Add Column tab and click on Index Column. I recommend choosing from 1 to keep things simple. This instantly adds a numerical column that increments down the table. Right after, just rename that new column to Player ID. And that's it. Now each row has a strictly unique ID, even if there are players with the exact same names. It's a foolproof method and comes in handy when you want to create relationships or look up records super quickly. Sometimes this feels like handing everyone a jersey with a unique number, regardless of how common their name might be. Next, let's talk about creating unique player IDs using DAX, this time by combining existing information. Head over to the Modeling tab and click on New Column. Here we'll use a formula. I'll drop the exact code in the description that essentially strings together columns like first name, last name, team, and position, separated by underscores. For example, you'll end up with IDs like John Smith Lions forward. This method is great because it not only gives you a unique identifier, but also makes the ID human-readable at a glance. If you're ever scanning a list, you can immediately recognize not just who the player is, but where and in which position they play, all from the ID itself. Keep in mind, though, if you have twins with the same name, team, and position, you might want to add something else like a date of birth to keep it truly unique. Our third method uses a DAX function called rankx. This approach is a bit more advanced, but super helpful, especially if you want each row player ID to be a unique number based on specific sorting criteria. Again, go to Modeling, add a new column, and plug in the provided formula. What happens here is rankx assigns a unique rank to every row based on how you tell it to order the dataset, say, alphabetically or by some other column. This is a fantastic way for more complex scenarios or when you need stable numeric IDs for joins or even for exporting to other tools. So when should you use these methods? Well, anytime you need to join player stats from multiple tables, these unique IDs become essential. Creating relationships in Power BI hinges on having truly unique keys, otherwise your data could get all tangled up and nobody wants that. This also helps track player performance, manage transfers, or stay on top of roster changes over time, even if names and teams overlap. If you found this tutorial helpful, please hit that like button, and don't hesitate to leave a comment if you have questions about these techniques, or if you've run into a tricky data modeling scenario yourself. And for more Power BI tips and practical guides, make sure you subscribe so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.